My dog saved our lives. I have always been a hard worker, and January and February of 2016 were some of the most intense months of my life. I was 37 years old at the time, completely single, and after believing for most of my adult life that I could not have children, I found out I was pregnant. I had a dog who was 6 years old, part lab, part boxer, and she was the sweetest and smartest dog I have ever known. I lived in a duplex my parents owned. They had bought it years earlier for my grandmother. After my grandmother passed away, my parents offered her side of the duplex to my cousin, who was struggling financially while raising her two kids. The other side was rented out to help with the mortgage. At the time of this story, I lived on one side, and my cousin and her son lived on the other. Her daughter had moved out years earlier. One night after a long shift at work, I got home around 11 at night. I sat in my recliner to watch television. My dog laid next to me and we both fell asleep. Sometime in the middle of the night, my dog suddenly woke me up, barking like crazy and trying to look out the living room window. She had never acted like that before. I got up to see what was wrong. Outside, I saw flames climbing up the side of my cousin's garage coming from a concrete planter. I ran outside with a pitcher of water and then noticed a word spray painted on the garage door. The word was "Whore." Flames were coming from underneath the garage door, which was about 6 inches off the ground. Inside that garage were my grandmother's belongings: books, pictures, bedding, rugs, crocheted items, and many things my cousin had not yet gone through. I threw the garage door open, hoping I could stop the fire. That was a terrible mistake. The rush of oxygen caused the fire to flare up instantly. I ran back, grabbed my phone, and called emergency services. Then I began pounding on my cousin's front door until she and her son woke up. I got them out of the house just before the firefighters arrived. They went into full response mode. The garage was destroyed along with the laundry room and part of the kitchen. Investigators later found broken glass near the planter. It was determined that a Molotov cocktail had been thrown at the house and burning liquid had slid under the garage door. My cousin believed it was her daughter's ex-boyfriend, who had recently been released from jail and was looking for her. No charges were ever filed. What still haunts me is this: my cousin did not have a working smoke detector, and with finding out I was pregnant, working nonstop, and living with attention issues, I had not replaced the batteries in mine either. If my dog had not woken me up, my cousin, her son, me, and my unborn child could have died. Check your smoke detectors.